What if I told you that most cleaning business owners are undercharging and they don't even realize it? Not because they're not good at what they do, but because no one has ever taught them how to price their services correctly. If you've ever finished a job feeling exhausted but barely made a profit, or worse, lost money, then this video is going to change that. Hey, cleaning family, it's Carolyn Arellano here, your go to cleaning business mentor. And today we're going to be diving into one of the most common questions that I get asked every single week. How do I price my residential cleaning jobs? Whether you're brand new and just figuring this out, or you've been in the business but still second guess your numbers, I'm going to walk you through a full breakdown of residential pricing that is smart, sustainable, and profitable. This is exactly what I wish someone would have taught me when I first started. In today's video, we are going to be covering how to calculate your hourly rate, how long cleanings actually take, how to charge for extras without leaving money on the table, whether to quote hourly or flat rate, and most importantly, the exact questions that you should ask on every quote call or walkthrough to avoid underbidding yourself. So grab a notebook or open your notes app because this one's going to be packed with golden nuggets. First, let's start off at the core of your pricing, your hourly rate, also known as your billable rate per technician. Now, listen, there is no universal rate. Pricing in New York or California will look very, very different from pricing in Texas and Kentucky. That's why your first step is going to be market research. Go ahead and take 2 or 3 hours to do this a week. Take an hour or two every single week and gather real data. You can do this in a free Google Sheet, a notebook, or use my bidding calculator if you have it. Make a list of 15 to 20 legitimate cleaning businesses in the areas that you want to service. And by legit, I mean insured, established companies, one with Google reviews, a website, maybe even some social media pages, not your cousin's friend charging cash under the table. Start exploring their websites. Many companies now have online booking forms where you can enter basic information and get an instant quotation. For the ones that don't have that option, pick up the phone and give them a call. You can say something around the lines of, "Hi, I'm calling to get an estimate for a one-time deep clean for a 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom home. What's your rate and how many people do you send out? How long will these people be staying in the home?" Even if they give you a flat quote, you can ask how long it typically takes and how many people they will be sending. Then do the math to reverse engineer their hourly rate. For example, if they quote you $240 for a deep clean and they say that they're going to send 2 cleaners for 2 hours, that equates to $60 an hour. Also, be sure to ask about the add ons. How much extra for cleaning inside the refrigerator? What is the cost for oven cleaning? Do you charge more for homes with pets? What is your minimum service fee? Write this all down. You can even ask how much of a deposit they require. When you do this with about 10 to 20 different companies, you'll start to see a pattern in pricing. That pattern is going to help you decide where you want to position your business. When I launched, bigger companies in my area were charging around $60 to $65 an hour, where smaller ones were doing about $50 to $55 an hour. I came in at $45 an hour to build trust and get experience. I was doing the cleanings myself, so that price worked at the time. Fast forward a few years, my company now charges $70 an hour per cleaner. And that's because our systems, our supplies, and customer service reflect that exact value. Now let's move on to the most important piece of the puzzle. How long do these cleanings actually take? Now, right here is where new cleaning business owners get stuck. You quote a job thinking it's going to take 3 hours to clean, and you're still scrubbing the bathroom 6 hours later. And believe me, I have been there, so don't beat yourself up. So now let's go ahead and help you with some real benchmarks from my personal company. These are deep cleanings, not light cleanings. When we talk about time, we use man hours, meaning total time per person. A 1 bed, 1 bathroom clean takes us about 3 man hours. A 2 bed, 2 bathroom equals 4 man hours. A 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom can take us 6 man hours. A 4-bedroom, 4-bathroom takes us 8 man hours. If you send 2 people to clean a 3-bed, 3-bath, and it takes 3 hours, that is still 6 man hours. Now let's get into the extras, because this is where many cleaners make a critical mistake. They don't charge for the small things that actually take a serious amount of time. Here's how we charge for our extras. The inside of the refrigerator is an additional man hour. The inside of the oven is an additional man hour. The finished basements can take 1 to 2 man hours depending on the square footage of the home. Exterior kitchen cabinets equal 1 man hour. Top of the cabinets, hard to reach areas, additional charge, anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour. These extras matter. Let's do the math. Let's say a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom deep clean is quoted at 4 hours at $50 an hour. That's $200. Now add the fridge and the oven. That's 2 more hours, which is an additional $100. So now the total of the job is estimated at $300. And that brings us to our next big decision. Should you price hourly or flat rate? Now here's my honest advice based on years of experience. We charge hourly with a 4-hour minimum. That means every single job starts at $280 minimum. 4 hours times $70 an hour. Even if it's a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom, our teams are being paid and our time is being respected, and we're covering travel, setup, and supply costs. Now, of course, your minimum could be 3 hours or 2 hours. When I first started, I made the mistake of quoting flat rates without knowing how long the clean could take, because I didn't have the experience yet. I once charged $250 thinking it would take me about 3 or 4 hours to clean, and it actually ended up taking me 8 hours. I lost money and I burnt myself out. With hourly pricing, the client pays for the time. If it takes longer, we communicate that. If it takes less, we stop the clock after the minimum is met. It's fair, it's clear, and it's profitable. Now, flat rates can work, especially once you've got your systems and you understand your production rates, how long it takes you to clean. Because you have to be consistent, you have to know your clean times well, and you have to account for every variable. Otherwise, you're going to be risking your bottom line. Now, let's go over the questions you should always ask when quoting. These are very critical for accuracy. Full name and contact information, address of the home, email, phone number, type of cleaning. Is it a deep cleaning, move in, move out, post construction? Do they live in the home right now? Have they recently had any renovations? How many bedrooms are in the home? How many bathrooms are in the home? Are there any other additional rooms, such as offices, basements, laundry rooms, playrooms? Do they want the inside of the refrigerator cleaned? Do they want the inside of the oven cleaned? How many refrigerators and ovens do they have? Do they want the cabinet exteriors wiped down? Do they have pets? If so, how many? Here's a bonus tip. While you're on the phone with the client, look up the home using Zillow or Redfin. You can often find the square footage, photos, and even a layout of the home that will help you to quote more accurately and spot any red flags, like the client telling you it's a 2-bed, 2-bath, but online you see that it's a 3-bed, 3-bath. Last but not least, use checklists. Our cleaning checklists are one of the best tools that we've created. We send them to clients with the initial quote so that they understand what's included and what is considered an extra. It avoids the thought that was included conversation. I thought the walls were included. I thought the fridge was included. And this is going to help protect your team. We also use the exact same checklist internally to train and guide our cleaners, ensuring that every clean is consistent, thorough, and meets the expectations of our clients and, of course, our cleaning business. If you want to download my exact checklist for deep cleaning, move in, move out, or post-construction and commercial, they are going to be linked in the description of this video, completely free for you guys. Grab them and customize them to your business, because maybe your checklist is going to be a little different than mine. Now, here's what I want you guys to leave with. Pricing your residential cleaning job isn't just about copying what others charge. It's about understanding your numbers, right? How much does it take to operate? Respecting your time and setting up systems that support you, your team, and your growth. Start where you're comfortable. Track your time. Refine your systems and raise your rates as your confidence and your results grow. You deserve to run a cleaning business that's not just busy, but profitable, sustainable, and built with purpose. If this video gave you clarity, hit that subscribe button, drop me a comment below telling me your biggest takeaway, and don't forget to join my members only YouTube community where I post videos and tutorials that I otherwise wouldn't have here on my channel. I'm Carolyn Arellano, your cleaning business mentor. Thank you guys for watching.